I would like to say that creating a better world doesn't happen overnight. Usually it comes with a lot of setbacks along the way. It's either you sacrifice your time, resources, or your life. Sadly, that is the kind of world that we live in. Before I continue, I would like to welcome you to another episode on So This Happened. This is where we highlight stories that made a buzz recently. My name is Lekki Tollgate. Nigerians have gathered in different locations in Nigeria to mark the second memorial of the Lekki massacre and honor the victims of the October 20th, 2020 NSAS protest that took place in Lagos. As seen in the picture displayed, youths in the numbers showed up with dummy coffins and bloodstained Nigerian flags to commemorate the second-year memorial of the NSAS protest shooting. Now, a quick recap on why this memorial is taking place. Around this time in 2020, Nigerian youths had decided to take action as they challenged the extrajudicial killings of young people by the now defunct Special Anti-Robbery Squad police unit. Now, unfortunately, what was supposed to be a peaceful protest quickly turned into a bloodbath as military men opened fire on peaceful protesters who sat waving the Nigerian flag and singing the national anthem, with many losing their lives for the cause that night. The massacre really left a bitter taste in the mouths of Nigerians. At the end of the day, the only way forward is a complete reform of Nigeria. Moving on, let's talk about United Kingdom's shortest serving leader ever, Truss, who recently resigned after 44 days in office. Now, for those not quite familiar with the name and person, Truss was made UK Prime Minister by the members of the Conservative Party following Boris Johnson's resignation, which he announced on the 7th of July 2022. Now, Imagine Reports says that she resigned following a failed tax-cutting budget that rocked financial markets, which led to a revolt within her own Conservative Party. In a statement she made, Truss said, and I quote, "We set out a vision for a low-tax, high-growth economy that would take advantage of the freedoms of Brexit. I recognize, though, given the situation, I cannot deliver the mandate on which I was elected by the Conservative Party. I have therefore spoken to His Majesty the King to announce that I am resigning as the leader of the Conservative Party." Meanwhile, a resignation is coming after the United Kingdom has managed to take a whopping £1.9 billion from Nigerian students to the economy. This data, according to the analysis by SBM Intelligence, covers the 2021/2022 academic session. Let me break it down. Imagine Reports say that a sum of £680,620,000 was reportedly paid as school fees, with a total of £54.3 million paid in taxes by working spouses of the students. Further analysis of the data also revealed an estimated sum of £41.7 million paid as health insurance, £408.37 million paid as rent, while a total of £151.26 million paid as national insurance. In fact, the Home Office of the United Kingdom revealed that the number of study visas released to Nigerians increased by 222.8% to 65,929 in June 2022 from 20,427 in the same period of 2021. To say this is huge is an understatement. If only our educational sector in Nigeria is anything to hold by, this would not even be happening in the first place. Well, it's no news that flood occurrence not only imposes loss of infrastructure and property, but it also claims thousands of lives and leaves millions homeless. That being said, the United States has pledged $1 million in immediate humanitarian assistance to support the people affected by unprecedented flooding in Nigeria. The support provides emergency shelter assistance, relief commodities, and hygiene kits to promote safe and healthy practices amid the ongoing cholera outbreak and multipurpose cash assistance for people impacted by the devastating floods. Now, Adamawa, Anambra, Gombe, Jigawa, parts of Kaduna, Kogi, Niger, Delta, Benue, Nasarawa, and so many others are some of the states where farmers suffered losses and some even lost their lives. Thousands of hectares of rice farms in Taraba, Jigawa, Kano, Benue, Niger, Kogi, Kebbi, amongst other producing states up north, have also been reportedly washed away. This year's flood marks the worst this country has ever witnessed, affecting over 1.4 million people with about 500 deaths recorded. All I can say now is that we need a miracle, because I can't even begin to imagine the psychological trauma. As I said earlier, the only way forward is a complete reform in our country, Nigeria. I would also like to use this medium to commiserate with families of those that have lost loved ones and their means of livelihood in this flood. I sincerely hope that there is a lasting solution to this menace. With this, we have come to the end of another episode of So This Happened. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe on all of our social media platforms. My name is Lekki Tollgate. Many thanks for watching.